Okay, I'm going to talk about Delta Digital Logic Simulator. The initial brief was to build a piece of simulation software that allowed first-year engineers and first-year computer scientists to model their circuits that they're going to be creating. As most of you will have sort of had a play around with it upstairs, I'm just going to briefly talk about the main interface and then talk about some of the more advanced features. This way. So when you first load the interface, you'll be presented with this screen. Now, down the left-hand side, you have all of the buttons that you need to add all your different logic gates to your document. And at the top, you can change the state so that you can wire these up. Now, you can drag hundreds of different instances of gates onto the document, and you can also add many thousand wires. And once you've done that, you should be able to end up with something like this. And then once you've built your circuit, you can hit simulate at the top, and all the wires and the colours of the different gates will change to simulate its behaviour. Now, one of the more complex features that we had with the logic was our black boxing feature. Often when you're building components, you want to be able to reuse them. So what we can do is, like on the left here, we can wire up a small set of gates, and then we can draw a box around this. And then on the right-hand side, we can actually reduce the series of gates into just one single logic gate. Once we've done this, we can also then drag the gate that we've made and use as many instances of this new compiled gate as we like. It also has the feature to export it and save it to the disk so that you can then re-import it and use it in as many different documents as you like. We're just trying to make it as flexible as we can. The final feature that I'm going to talk about in the logic area is our white boxing. This is the complete opposite of black boxing. We're able to re-expand out one of the existing black boxes to its original representation, and it will maintain all the wires just as it was wired up before. Now, when we were making this project, we had a bit of an issue. We wanted to make something that was unique and something that hadn't been done before. But this has already been done many times in this group project competition, and also it's been done professionally. You may have played around with applications such as crocodile clips. So we decided to come at this from a slightly different angle. We wanted to go for the ease of use, the accessibility and the compatibility of the software, so that it was very flexible and could be used under many different circumstances. The first feature I'm going to talk about, which helps us towards the sort of accessibility, is our customizable settings. Often when people have a look at applications, they have trouble seeing the different contrast between colours. So we're able to actually select the colours of our live wires, our dead wires, and the backgrounds. But if you are suffering from colour blindness, or there is some reason you can't quite make out the colours, you can change this so that it's easier to see. Also, to internationalise the program, we've implemented it in 5 different languages. When the application first loads, it'll ask you what language you want to select it in, and it'll remember that the next time you load the software. And when you've chosen it, the whole interface, including all the buttons, the logos, and all the menus, will be translated into one of the 5 languages: English, French, German, Japanese, and Russian. Now, when I was starting doing my digital electronics last year, I'd never seen a circuit before. I'd never played around with it. It's not something that I'd ever done in school. And it was all completely new to me. So what we decided to do is implement video tutorials. This is sort of a step-by-step guide of how to use the software and of how to make simple logic circuits. This is just a video of somebody using the application with a voiceover, and we've also got the subtitles in the different languages. So if you want it in Japanese, you can put the Japanese subtitles on. Now, just to polish off the software, and what we did is we created an automated installer. So you can just pop the CD into the machine, it'll auto-run, and it'll put all of the shortcuts and the uninstall features in the start menu like you'd expect from any normal automated installer. Now, there are many other advanced features I'd like to talk about, but as I'm constrained to only 5 minutes, I can't really go into detail about all the features that we've implemented. But through a combination of all these features, it sort of brings the package together as a really complete package, so that we don't just do the simulation. We've actually thought about where it's going to be used and how it's going to be used, and what's the best way to implement it. So in summary, we've created a fully functional piece of software that demonstrates all those features that you would expect if you went down the road and just bought a piece of software from a shop. Thank you.